Limiting beliefs are deeply ingrained thoughts that shape how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. They act like invisible walls, holding us back from achieving our goals and living a fulfilling life. These beliefs often take root in childhood, influenced by family dynamics, societal expectations, or painful experiences, and over time, they become woven into the fabric of our identity. For instance, someone who believes, "I'm not worthy of success," might shy away from opportunities, sabotage their own progress, or feel an unshakable sense of guilt when they try to improve their circumstances. These beliefs function like a distorted lens through which we view reality, filtering out evidence of our potential and amplifying our perceived shortcomings. Imagine wearing glasses with tinted lenses that make everything appear dark and gloomy, even when the world is vibrant and full of possibilities. Limiting beliefs work in much the same way, convincing us to overlook our strengths, dismiss opportunities, and doubt our ability to grow. The way these negative beliefs block progress is insidious because they directly influence our behavior. If you're convinced that, "I'll never succeed," you're unlikely to take the first step toward your goals. This creates a self-fulfilling cycle. The belief leads to inaction reinforces the belief, and the cycle continues. Consider the example of a young man named James, who grew up believing, "I'm not smart enough to lead." This belief stemmed from a teacher who once criticized his presentation skills in front of the class. As an adult, James avoided leadership roles at work, turning down promotions because he feared he'd fail. Over time, his colleagues stopped seeing him as a potential leader, which further cemented his belief in his inadequacy. This example illustrates how limiting beliefs shape our reality. We unconsciously create circumstances that confirm our fears. Beyond behavior, these beliefs also take an emotional toll, fostering anxiety, self-doubt, and a sense of unworthiness that can drain our motivation and joy. They're like a heavy backpack we carry without realizing we can set it down. Recognizing limiting beliefs requires tuning into your inner dialogue. These beliefs often manifest as absolute, self-critical statements like, "I always mess things up," "Success isn't meant for people like me," or "I'm not good enough." They feel like undeniable truths, but in reality, they're just interpretations of past experiences. To uncover them, start by paying attention to your thoughts, especially in moments of challenge or failure. Ask yourself, what am I telling myself right now? What phrases keep popping up in my mind? Where did this thought come from? For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can't handle responsibility," trace it back to its origins. Perhaps a parent once told you that you were careless, and that comment stuck with you. Understanding the source of a belief helps you see it for what it is, not a fact, but a story you've been telling yourself for years. This awareness is the first step toward rewriting that story. Once you've identified a limiting belief, the next step is to challenge it. This involves questioning its validity with curiosity and skepticism. Ask, is this always true? Are there times when this belief hasn't held up? What evidence contradicts it? For instance, someone who believes, "I'm not lovable," might recall moments when friends, family, or even strangers showed them kindness or affection. These memories are proof that the belief isn't universally true. After challenging the belief, replace it with a new, empowering one. Instead of, "I'm not lovable," you could adopt, "I am worthy of love and connection, just like anyone else." This isn't about empty affirmations, it's about creating a belief that feels authentic and aligns with your goals. To make the new belief stick, pair it with action. If you're working to believe, "I can achieve my dreams," take small, tangible steps toward those dreams, like signing up for a course or starting a project. Each action reinforces the new belief and weakens the old one. A powerful exercise to transform limiting beliefs is keeping a reflective journal. For the next 3 weeks, set aside 15 minutes each day to write. Divide your page into 4 columns. In the first, note a limiting belief you noticed that day, such as, "I'm too shy to speak up in meetings." In the second, list evidence that contradicts this belief, like, "I spoke confidently at a team meeting last month." In the third, write a new, supportive belief, such as, "I can express my ideas clearly when I prepare." In the fourth, jot down one small action you can take to reinforce the new belief, like, I'll prepare 3 key points before the next meeting. This structured approach trains your mind to spot limiting beliefs, question them, and replace them systematically. To deepen the practice, add a visualization component. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as someone who embodies the new belief. Picture how you move, speak, and feel. What does success look like? This mental rehearsal strengthens your commitment to change. Another effective technique is to create a belief board to visualize your progress. This can be a physical board or a digital document where you collect quotes, images, or stories that inspire you to challenge your limiting beliefs. For example, if you're working on overcoming "I'm not creative," you might include a photo of a project you completed, a quote like, "Creativity is intelligence having fun," by Albert Einstein, or a story about someone who discovered their creative potential later in life. Revisit this board regularly to remind yourself of your growth. You can also complement journaling and visualization with mindfulness practices, such as meditation or deep breathing, to stay grounded when old beliefs resurface. Apps like Headspace or Calm offer guided meditations that focus on self-compassion, which can help you approach your beliefs with kindness rather than judgment. Surrounding yourself with a supportive environment is crucial for lasting change. Seek out people who uplift you, believe in your potential, and challenge you to grow. This might mean joining a community, like a book club or a professional network, where you can share your goals and learn from others. Avoid or limit time with those who reinforce your limiting beliefs, such as friends who dismiss your ambitions or family members who criticize your efforts. If changing your environment feels daunting, start small, follow inspiring accounts on social media, listen to podcasts like How I Built This for stories of resilience, or read books like Atomic Habits by James Clear to understand how small changes lead to big results. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Did you speak up in a meeting? Finish a task you've been avoiding? Treat yourself to something meaningful, like a favorite coffee or a moment of reflection, to reinforce your growth. To illustrate the transformative power of overcoming limiting beliefs, consider the story of Oprah Winfrey. Born into poverty in rural Mississippi, Oprah faced a childhood marked by abuse, racism, and instability. Early in life, she internalized beliefs like, "I'm not enough," and "people like me don't get ahead." These thoughts could have defined her future, but Oprah chose to challenge them. As a young journalist, she struggled with self-doubt, especially when told she didn't fit the mold for television. Instead of giving up, she leaned into her authenticity, using her empathy and storytelling to connect with audiences. Oprah kept a journal to process her fears and reframe her beliefs, often writing affirmations like, "I am enough," to counter her doubts. She surrounded herself with mentors who believed in her vision and took bold steps, like launching her own production company. Today, Oprah is a global icon, proof that rewriting limiting beliefs can unlock extraordinary potential. Her journey shows that no matter where you start, you can reshape your story through persistence and self-belief. Overcoming limiting beliefs is not a one-time event but a lifelong practice. There will be days when old doubts creep back, and that's okay. The key is to keep noticing them, questioning their validity, and taking action despite fear. Think of your mind as a garden. Limiting beliefs are weeds that need to be pulled, while empowering beliefs are seeds that require nurturing. With time, the garden transforms, blooming with confidence and possibility. Imagine standing at the edge of a forest, with a path leading to the life you've always wanted. Limiting beliefs are the overgrown branches blocking your way. Each time you challenge a belief, you clear a little more of the path, moving closer to your destination. Start today with one small step, open your journal, write down a belief, and ask, "Is this true?" Then take action, seek support, and trust that you're capable of more than you've been led to believe. Your story of triumph is already unfolding, waiting for you to claim it.